Hey, Shalom, Akim. Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming with a very quick lesson, all right, through the Spirit, and Lord willing to be edifying to the Lord's elect. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, to you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Barakatham. All right. So just doing a bit of reflecting. You know what I'm saying? We're coming upon the time of we're in Jacob's trouble. All right. And Jacob's trouble is about to increase, all right? It's about to increase tenfold, 20-fold, 100-fold. You see what I'm saying? And at this point in time, we're on the eve of the Passover, which will be taking place on April the 1st. All right. This is an excellent time for you to for all of us, you know what I'm saying, to, examine ourselves. All right. As the scriptures say, examine thyself, whether or not you be in the faith. You know what I'm saying? And remember, the sifting process never stops. It never stops. All right. So again, this is that perfect time to really dig deep. All right, and to see what flaws you have, all right, what spiritual flaws that you have, where you may be lacking. You see what I'm saying? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 20. It says, before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. You see, the Lord is all about accountability. He is all about that. All right. His existence is all about accountability. You know what I'm saying? Every word that comes out of his mouth is about accountability. The scriptures say that he puts nothing above his name except his word. You see what I'm saying? And that's the ultimate form of accountability. You know, and it's very important that we truly adopt these ways. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures is more than just reading and retaining this knowledge and this information. You see what I'm saying? And it's truth. It's about applying it. You see what I'm saying? So this is just a quick lesson before I head to camp. I got this precept that I wanted to read. You know what I'm saying, and just expound on a little bit. All right, this is 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Let's start at verse 1. It reads, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not clarity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself. All right? Vaunteth not itself, meaning exalt itself, man. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. You see? The things that we the prophets, we the prophets begin with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down of Great Millstone. What we have is what the Spirit has bestowed upon us. Okay? We don't have all the mysteries of the history of this earth. You see what I'm saying? We don't have all the history of what went down in every intricacy during the flood. We don't know about mermaids. We don't know about the city of Atlantis. We don't know about none of that nonsense, man. But we have a sure word of prophecy in what's necessary for our salvation. That's what's necessary. That's what's needed. You see what I'm saying? All of these things will come to our understanding when the time comes. When the kingdom is in place, we'll know all things. But right now, it's not necessary. It's not expedient for us to know all these things, man. All right, to know everything that moves and lives at the bottom of the ocean. That's not necessary for our salvation. We'll know that later. You see what I'm saying? The scriptures say to seek not out the things that are too hard for thee. Let me get that real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 21. It reads, "Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength." You see? "But what is commanded of thee, think thereupon with reverence, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret. Be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are shewed unto thee than men understand. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment." You see what I'm saying? It's not for us to know all these things, you know what I'm saying, that are hidden to us at this point in time. You see? But we'll see them, we'll understand them when the time comes, like I said. So let's go back. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, let's go back to verse 9. It says, "For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away." You see? When the time comes, then we will have perfect knowledge. Right? It says, "When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as also I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. All right? Us having this knowledge and us knowing these prophecies, we know all these mysteries. You see what I'm saying? We have the faith. Our faith is unshakable. We know more than anything, man. We know more than the ordinary human. You see what I'm saying? We know what's coming. We have that edge. We have the hope. We have the faith. You see what I'm saying? But if we don't have the charity, you see what I'm saying? If we don't have patience, if we don't have prudence, all right? If we don't have long suffering, you see? If we're easily provoked, if we get angry easily, you know what I'm saying? If we blow our top off, you know, for minuscule things, all right? You see what I'm saying? If we're being a lion in our own home, none of it matters. All this prophesying, all this knowledge that we have, it was a gift. You see what I'm saying? It was a gift to us. It wasn't of our own. You see what I'm saying? So we have nothing to boast in, man. But if that's all it was, you see what I'm saying? Then we could be boasting in that easily. Why? Because the scriptures say, knowledge puffeth up. But charity doesn't puff up, man. Like it says right here. Again, charity, verse 4, charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself and is not puffed up. You see? And sometimes it's easy to be envious of another person. You know what I'm saying? For their perceived success, you know what I'm saying? The things that they have that you don't have. All right. These are things that are, you know, that are stumbling blocks, man. This scripture, all right, these scriptures are meant to build character. You see? These laws that we adhere to, they're not just on paper, you know what I'm saying? They're not just on parchment, on scrolls, on tablets. It's meant to build character, man. This is why when we come into the fullness of our glory, underneath Yahushua, of course, you know what I'm saying? The world will look to us. Why? Because they will see that these people are a prudent race of people. You see? We're not in that perfection as of now. But very soon we will be. From the least of us to the greatest of us, as the scriptures say. Let me get this in Isaiah chapter 60 real quick. This is Isaiah 60 and verse 21. Let's hit verse 17 and then we'll jump down to verse 21. Right? Isaiah 60 verse 17. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness. Verse 21. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. See what I'm saying? And so Just a quick lesson of exhortation, man. You know what I'm saying? And Lord willing, this was edifying because it's time for us to really dig deep, like I said, and identify these flaws that we have and address them now while we still can. You see what I'm saying? And pray to the Lord. All right, pray to the Lord for more hope, for more faith, for more charity. You see? So I'm going to cut that there. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, V'cha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, whom I've grown in this truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.